the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Thursday, the 27th of February. I'm Michael Groff. A bit breezy out there today. Temperatures slightly lower than what we've seen in recent days. We'll see a more pronounced cooling trend as we head into the weekend and next week as a pattern change begins to take place out here across the Southwest. And along with that pattern change, breezy conditions and increase in clouds. What about some rain chances? Yeah, we'll see about it as we dive on in and discuss. First, the almanac from yesterday. Another very warm day, 89 degrees the afternoon high, 59 the morning lows, 73 and 51 are the averages for this time of year, just missing that record high of 91 degrees from 1986. Looking outside right now, here just before 2 o'clock, sunny sky out there, 79 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew points 23, humidity 13%. Got a wind from the east-northeast at 9, gusting to 16 miles per hour, and the barometer is falling. Satellite picture out here across the west, and high pressure remains the dominant feature. We've got some clouds coming into Southern California at this time, and with lower pressure to the west, higher pressure around here, you've got some gustier winds, the pressure gradient tightening up, and so, yeah, we've seen some breezy to even windy conditions across the state, and that will continue for the rest of the day today. The watch warning map, as a result, we've got some blowing dust issues over parts of east central Arizona, Gila County, parts of southeast Arizona, wind advisories as well. Elsewhere, a high wind watch for parts of eastern North Dakota and northwest Minnesota. But there's really just not a ton happening on this graphic right now. Convective outlook for today, a marginal risk of severe storms over parts of Ohio and West Virginia. And here's that precipitation outlook. This is valid through Thursday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix, nothing. Statewide, some light precipitation possible, maybe. For parts of far northwest and north central Arizona, I suppose we could see a few passing showers as a series of weather disturbances will be passing through the area beginning this weekend and continuing through much of next week. We will talk about the ramifications of that and everything else too as we dive on in. Check out the models. Here we go. This is the GFS, the 12Z run, valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. High pressure remains firmly in control across much of the west. There is that upper low. You see it out there off the central California coast that is making its way toward the south and east in our general direction. But what it means for us down at the surface for the rest of this afternoon, sunny sky, high temperatures topping out in the low to mid 80s, a few degrees cooler than what we saw yesterday. And yes, we will see those east-northeasterly winds, 10 to 25 miles per hour here in Phoenix, gustier winds for the higher terrain of eastern Arizona and the northern part of the state as well. For tonight, clear, light breeze, east winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. We'll have lows generally in the 40s and 50s, depending on where you are. The cool spots in the 40s, urban core low to mid 50s. And then tomorrow, basically the same forecast, a few more clouds around, partly cloudy, high temperatures still topping out in the low and middle 80s. On Saturday, here comes that upper low, and the models have pivoted once again, shifting it a little bit further to the south and maybe a slightly stronger low, but it's just not going to have a ton of moisture with it, folks. And so as a result, yes, it will be breezy on Saturday. Yes, it will be a little bit cooler. We'll see an increase in clouds. And I suppose there could be a couple of showers someplace, especially over the higher terrain of northern and eastern Arizona. Here in the southern deserts, yeah, maybe a stray shower someplace. We just can't completely rule that out. But it's not even enough to mention in our forecast any precipitation here. And the subcloud layer will be too dry. I just don't think we're going to see any rain that reaches the ground here in the southern deserts. So high temperatures on Saturday should still top out probably in the low and middle 70s, upper 70s for the warmest deserts, and the skies are partly cloudy. Now that's going to move east, that system, by Sunday, and so we'll be kind of between systems. You can see some more rain coming into California, snow for the Sierra, and that rain, that precipitation will start to move into the western Great Basin. But for us, the day on Sunday is mostly sunny with high temperatures mid to upper 70s. Here's Monday. Another weather system is slated to move our way. This one a little bit stronger and slightly better moisture levels with this. Nevertheless, it's still not looking real robust in terms of moisture or precipitation chances for our part of the state, but we'll put in a slight chance of showers for the day on Monday here in Phoenix. We can't rule that out. And high temperatures, this will probably be the coolest day of the forecast period. Latest guidance says upper 60s and low 70s. Actually, the latest national blend of models is topping out at 69 here on Monday for the high. So we've seen a gradual lowering of the high temperatures here, and it'll be breezy to locally windy at times on Monday as well. The best chance of precipitation with this feature will be generally to the north of us. But again, we may still see a shower here in Phoenix. All right. But again, it would be very isolated, probably doesn't amount to a whole lot. Let's go to Tuesday. That system will slowly move on out of here. We'll be on the back side of that. High temperatures, upper 60s, low 70s. Now, it's going to be cooler. Those overnight lows are going to start to cool off quite a bit here after the departure of that system. We could actually see some upper 30s in the cooler valley spots, low to mid 40s for the urban core. So that'll be nice. Give the air conditioners a break. And again, upper 60s, low 70s Tuesday, mid, maybe upper 70s on Wednesday. You see another low well off the California coast at this time. Let's keep it going. A week from today, this is Thursday, the 6th of March. Got a pretty impressive low there just off the coast of the Carolinas and a trough for the east. Now, here we're kind of between systems, a westerly flow, so we're dry, but you see that upper low that's off the California coast. We're going to watch that system with great interest and see what happens. On Friday, the 8th of March, that makes its way toward central and southern California. We'll see an increase in clouds with that. There's been hints at some precipitation out here by the end of next week, but model spread really starts to grow here, as you would expect, out past day 7. So will this system be a better precip producer? A few of our models say yes, some say no. Others just sort of indicate kind of just another very modest system for us, one that produces maybe just some scattered light precipitation. It remains to be seen what will ultimately happen with that feature, but of course we have a lot of time to watch it. Let's go out 10 days, Saturday, the 8th of March. And the GFS really weakens that system very rapidly as it moves eastward. We saw this on runs yesterday too, with this kind of third system that's coming on through. And so I'm not real enthusiastic about rain chances with any of that just yet. But again, there is quite a bit of model spread. I'll tell you what, we're going to watch that system moving into the northeast, and there's probably going to be some very cold temperatures, windy conditions, and some snow for the East Coast. You know, winter is not over despite what's happening around here. And we got another trough that's approaching the West Coast, and maybe again out there beyond this 10-day period, that could also be a factor for us, but that also remains to be seen. All right, looking at rainfall for Phoenix, this goes out through the 13th of March. This is off the GFS ensemble, and the mean is under 1/4 of an inch. But there's quite a few members that indicate some degree of very light precipitation over the next couple of weeks. So we'll see. European ensemble, the mean is just over 1/10 of an inch. So nothing to get too worked up about here either. But again, the majority of members show something. But man, we are in such a tremendous drought here over the Southwest. We could really use one of these big drought busting kind of storms. And sometimes we do see those in March. But my goodness, I just do not know if that's going to happen, folks. And it is a possibility that we could go without much meaningful rain here in March. And if that happens, well, you know, we're entering the 3 driest months of the year, April, May, and June. And then it's monsoon season. So, boy, we're cutting it close here, cutting it fine here over the Southwest. We really could use a big storm system, and the pattern is favoring more active weather, but just not quite active enough for us in Arizona. All right, looking at temperatures off the national blend of models, the trend is down for temperatures this weekend, and of course, Monday, it's printing out a high of 69 degrees, and then we'll gradually warm it up once again. Temperatures will be at or just a little bit above average later next week and the following weekend. I guess it really depends on how active that weather pattern is. We don't see any major heat after our little heat wave that we've had this week, so that's good news. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here tomorrow morning. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. If you really like what we do here, click that thanks icon below the video here on YouTube. Make those monetary contributions to us, or you can donate directly via PayPal. groffshow@gmail.com is that PayPal address, GROFF show@gmail.com for PayPal. Also want to thank you guys so much for your nice comments and your well wishes. Michelle and I are getting better, but we had the cold from hell last week, and for me, it's still lingering in the chest. I still have a nasty cough, man. This has been something else. Last April, I had just a terrible something or other. I don't know what it was, and then I got it now. Well, I go years without getting sick, and then twice within the last 10, 11 months. So what are you going to do, right? All right. Speaking of Michelle, the executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona. Talking about my Michelle. She's got her voice back, basically. Check out her blogs, videos, everything Michelle related. It's all linked up down in the description. And of course, our streaming station. It's all also linked up down in the description. And you can listen to that 24/7, 365. It's called KMGX. We play a ton of music and have a lot of fun with that. It is the most chaotic mix of music you'll ever hear. So yeah, give it a listen. Or, of course, if you don't want to use the links in the description, you can go directly to KMGX.com and listen via that avenue. We haven't done this in a while. Let's go ahead and do this. Why not? To give you an idea of just exactly what it is that we play over there on KMGX. Again, it is such a chaotic mix. You'll probably hear something like this. There you go. And that's all I can play, because otherwise we get demonetized. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. All of your continued support, so greatly appreciated. Please be safe, stay cool, stay hydrated out there, and you have yourselves a beautiful rest of your Thursday.